Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Hey, mama. If you are a mom and are tired of the wash, rinse, repeat burnout cycle of motherhood, this podcast is for you. If you feel lonely and isolated in your motherhood journey, this podcast is for you. If you feel like you have completely lost your identity since your babies were born, this podcast is for you. If you feel like every other mom has it together except for you, this podcast is for you. My name is Amanda, and I'm a life coach dedicated to teaching every mom the tools she needs to liberate herself off the back burner. I am living proof that a woman can be present and loving to her kids while also being a whole-ass person outside of being that kid's mom. The secret? Learning when to say fuck it. I love your blouse, Amanda, or is it a dress?
It's a blouse, but it's like a top part to a set.
Okay.
I just have regular jeans on today because I was like, I'm not gonna do the whole set.
Yeah.
Why not? That set would be awesome.
I don't know. I didn't feel like wearing shorts today. I wanted to wear pants. So the set's super, super cute. And it's from Shein, which I love because they're cheap and they have cute things.
Wait, you got that from Shein?
I did.
What?
I did.
I don't know what Shein is.
Isn't that funny?
Oh, seriously, Samantha?
So
it's
cute,
like it's an online.
Oh, it has like a little bow in the back.
Yeah, that's really darling. Yeah, Shein is like this super cheap clothing online thing.
Oh.
So my sister has gotten the girls a few pieces from there. I've never tried it, and she gets stuff for herself all the time. But like from what I hear from her, it is kind of hit or miss. Like you do have to. Like sometimes you lose when you gamble, when you play the Shein gamble.
That's good to know.
but what sucks about them, it's all China made clothing. And so they make it with cancer causing plastic a lot of the time.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And since I live in California, there are laws notifying you that you have to that you're exposing yourself to cancerous materials. And so this literally happened to me last week. I had been browsing Shein for 3 days and picked up a whole bunch of stuff. And then I went to go to the cart to pay for it. All of the warnings came
That's exactly what happens to my sister because she lives in California too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
And she calls me. She'll call me and she'll just be like, I'm so conflicted right now because I really want this stuff, but I don't want cancer. And I was like, dude, everything causes cancer. The only difference is that there aren't warnings on all of the things.
Unless you're in California, they put it on everything. Everything. This is going to cause you cancer. Yes. This is going to cause you cancer. This is going to cause you cancer.
I know.
Okay, California, thanks.
Yeah, I was like, dude, life causes cancer. Just pay for the clothes.
I think I might. There were some and I had really cute things in there too. And I'm all about the sets.
Yeah.
I love a set. And I had gotten a few sets and I was like, oh, and it is I'm probably going to be happy with at least some of those pieces and not with other ones. But when everything's literally $10, I'm like, fuck, it's $10.
Exactly. Yeah.
$10 for a set, for a pants and a shirt. $10.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So thanks. Yes.
Well, it looks very nice. Does not look like it's, cheap China-made cancer-filled clothing.
Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't. Maybe if I touch it, I'm yeah, it looks like it. But someone else looking at it won't be oh, that looks cheap. It doesn't look cheap.
No, not at all.
And I have had stuff that does look cheap. So it's
yeah, it's that coin toss. All right, are we ready to start?
I will introduce in between the two Amandas just to break up your names.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
From now on, that's what we do, you guys.
That's our order.
That's our order.
Samantha is the sandwich that combines us.
It's an Amanda sandwich with Samantha in the middle.
I love that. I don't know how everyone is on your guys' screens because every screen is probably calibrating us differently. But on my screen, Samantha, you actually are in the middle.
Oh, you're in the middle on mine.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Okay. Welcome everyone to this episode of Fuck It Friday. I am your host, Amanda Haro.
I'm Samantha Trujillo.
And I'm Amanda Madriz.
And we are here to say fuck it to the annoying bits of motherhood. Because there's not enough spaces where we can do that, where we can just be real and authentic and be like, I love being a mom. I don't want to like take it back or anything, but fuck this part.
Right. Yeah.
It's super true. Super true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love coming on here with you guys just to do this.
It's literally my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. I love it so much.
I don't get the people that are like, why are you complaining you chose this? I'm like, yeah, like, I really just don't get those folks. Like, what do they think that you're really supposed to love all of it 100%? Like, you can love your job and still hate
clearly, clearly they love all of their lives all the time, 100%. They never complain.
No, never. There's never parts of their life that they chose that they don't like.
I think I've seen some of those statements and comments around, and like I'll say F it to that.
Yes,
because I didn't know that there were parts of motherhood that I would not enjoy. I didn't think about it, and I get it. Right. I get where they're coming from, but like now that I'm in it, it's like, oh yeah, like nobody ever enjoys every single part of their life, whatever stage they're in. So this idea like, oh, well, you chose to be a mom, so just suck it up and deal with it and then die to yourself, okay? And it's like, all right, guys, all right. I get it. I did choose this, but I didn't choose like my kids jumping back and forth between the couch as I'm watching them right now, and then having these sessions where they pull each other's hair out and I have to go over there and break them up. And it's like, I feel like I'm hitting you guys as I break you up because I don't know how to get in here. Right. It's like, I didn't choose those things. I didn't say, yes, please give me more of that when I decided to have these kids.
Right.
Like,
I didn't choose to have a sassafras of an 11-year-old who challenges every fucking thing that she can. I didn't choose that. Okay. I get to say fuck it to that.
Yes. Sassafras. Yeah. I didn't know the sassafrasness started so soon. Mine is only 5 and my other one is 3. And it's like different layers of sass from both of them. I think my younger gets it because he's like, oh, I see all the sass that's happening in this house.
I want a part of the sass party. Yeah. You're like, no more invitations going out to this party. It sucks.
Yeah, I rescind those invitations.
I hate this party.
I was not prepared for it to start so soon.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, it really does start.
But I chose it.
No.
I chose it. No,
it didn't. It chose me, sadly, and unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah, it does start so young, though. And I don't know if it's like a girl-specific thing. I know like your youngest is a boy, Samantha, but maybe he's just like being led into it because of his older sister.
I think so.
But yeah, all my girls just like, it's really like when they're toddlers, it's just like once they realize like, oh, I'm an autonomous human. Let's explore this. And it's just immediate sass. Mm-hmm. And it just gets worse as they age.
Yeah. Well, because now she's getting smarter and she has a smart ASS mom. And so it really, it's my own fault.
Isn't it terrifying when you see yourself and your children?
I really should have worked on that in myself before I decided to raise a girl.
Yeah, because you totally chose a girl.
Yes. I did choose some of the things I've said to her that reflect back when she says them. I'm like, oh, I did teach her that.
I know. But then I just was like, it's fine. It's fine. No, yeah. We're just a sarcastic, witty, sassy family. That's just who we are. My family's never going to look like the polite, happy.
I've come to see it as comedy now. Like this is our little odd comedy routine that anybody outside of the house probably would not enjoy. But I've learned to kind of love it.
Probably not.
Yeah, but I've learned to kind of love it.
As long as you do, right?
Yeah, kinda. Just kinda. Let's not go just not all the way up here, but it's all right.
It's all right.
Oh man. Yeah. Like I was telling when we were talking yesterday, and I was just like, my life is a reality TV show. Like it just is. It is.
No, we talked about it. Yours is too scary. It's too real. It's too real for the reality TV shows. Okay. Stop trying to sell it. Okay. Nobody's buying it, Amanda.
I think I have an audience out there who wants to watch the shit show. I think they want it.
Yeah, I think so. You're probably right.
And they can feel better about themselves. They're
Yes.
like, oh, why am I feeling stressed? I'm nothing like Amanda and her $5,000 needle-eating dog.
Oh, the needle picture. Isn't
that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You can see it on the
I didn't
X-ray.
see it. Did you send it?
I sent it in our Voxer group.
To take a look
Yeah,
at it. I didn't see it
there's
yesterday.
like two views, and the side view, you can, when you zoom in, you can actually see the eye of the needle.
I didn't have to zoom in. Like, I mean, you can pretty much see it.
I know, it's clear as day.
Like to get a really good version of the eye of the needle. But yeah, like you can just, it's there and you can like see where the top of the needle is and the pointy side. I was like,
oh my God.
Yep.
I don't have to zoom in on this. I'm good.
Yeah. And it was such a long needle because my kids have their own jewelry making business, and there was needles. They get lost in the carpet, so, and so after the dog swallowing the needle, like we keep all the jewelry stuff in the room that it's supposed to be in, keep the dog out of there, as best I can. But, yeah, he just swallowed a damn needle like a stupid idiot. I cannot.
And for anyone listening, for context, yes, she did have the needle removed.
Yep. $5,000 needle right there.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's like moronic, soul-loving dogs.
Yes, my first child.
You, but F that.
Love you
Please
so much.
stop being an idiot dog.
Yeah, stop swallowing non-food things, please.
Cannot.
I know. The other thing I cannot with is my food coloring. Like, I'm saying fuck it to food coloring. I got rid of most of my food coloring in the house because I got so sick of the experiments and whatever they were mixing up with food coloring and the mess. I know it's just food coloring. It comes out really easily. I just don't enjoy coming downstairs and being welcome to a kitchen that has a fucking brown, muddy rainbow of all the colors. Okay. I don't enjoy that. So I threw most of it away, except I had this very large bottle of red gel food coloring for like icing, like specifically for icing. And it was expensive. It was like $16. So I kept that one because I'm like, I paid $16 for this. Like, I'm going to keep this one. And then my 11-year-old saw a TikTok where if you brush your teeth with red food coloring, it whitens your teeth. And the bathroom looked like someone got murdered. There was fucking red everywhere. It was all over the sink and the counter and on the floor.
Did her teeth look whiter?
They look fucking normal. I don't know. I didn't really look at her teeth. I don't really care if it works. I'm just like, there's there's red food coloring everywhere. And then they didn't rinse it out completely of their toothbrushes.
I don't understand. Like, don't you see it? Don't you see that the sink is red?
Honestly.
No, they do not.
They just don't care.
Just look at it. That's it. Like, that's what fucking drives me crazy. Though, like, how do you not care?
I know.
Like, I understand if you don't notice because whatever's going on that you don't notice, like, that you drop toothpaste on the floor.
Fine.
But, like, I know you see it. Like, how do you not notice red food coloring in the sink?
It was everywhere. And then they were like, I don't know what they were doing. I didn't ask for specifics because I don't want to know. But there was like the cotton rounds for like makeup removal and Q-tips and just regular cotton balls littered all over the countertop and the floor, all of them covered in red food coloring. I was like, what the fuck were you doing? Why?
I'm like, why didn't you clean up after?
No. This is Amanda's fault for keeping that $16 jar.
Yes, that is the moral of the story. It's my fucking fault for being a cheap ass.
She chose this.
Damn it. That's going to be the title of this one. I didn't choose this. I'm so sick of food coloring. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of TikTok trends of stupid shit that they have to mix up. And I can't tell you how much rice that they've gone through and honey for mixing up different beauty things. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't care. It's something for their hair, something for their skin, something just to waste my rice and my honey. And I go to my pantry.
Do you know what the economy looks like right now? Stop wasting our food.
God damn, for real. Groceries are like, they used to be affordable and like, oh yeah, let's make our own shit because it's cheaper. It's not cheaper anymore. Stop it. And then I go to the pantry to grab the rice for dinner and there's not enough for all of us. And I'm like, who used all the rice? Go back to school.
But Mom, doesn't my face look like it's glowing?
You look 11.
No,
you look like you
not.
have perfect skin already. Stop it.
Leave it alone. Are you poking it with the rice? Like, what are you doing? Stop.
I don't know, but I watched her mix up. She was blending the rice and then she added like milk and something else. And I was like, Aria, make sure you put that in the refrigerator. It's going to mold and become a really nasty science experiment if you try to hide it from me in your bedroom. I see what you're doing. Just please put it in the refrigerator. That's all I'm asking. Just please. It has milk in it. Refrigerate it, please. For the love of God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, like, this is the stuff. Nobody wants to watch this on a reality show.
Everybody wants to watch it because then it's not happening in their house.
No, because then their kids are going to see it and be like, oh, I'm trying that too. That's the way after the kids go to sleep. You cannot be here while I'm watching this. Kids, go away. Too many curse words.
Yeah, there are. Oh, God. But yeah, that's the main thing that I'm saying fuck it to is food coloring and random TikTok beauty, make your own things. I call them science experiments because that's what they are. But they're messy and they just walk away from the mess.
No, there's nothing scientific about the experiments they're running. Nothing. No, if they found it on TikTok, it's not science.
I know. It's horribly messy.
Oh
I'm
God,
over it.
I love it so much. I love it because like Amanda's my cautionary tale because all of her kids are older than mine. So it's like, oh, these are things I need to look out for in the future. Got it. Yep. It hasn't quite gotten to that stage yet, but
hide your food coloring.
I'm hiding my food coloring and no TikTok. Got it.
I already hide my food coloring because I've had similar actual science experiments that are just messes and I hate them with a passion that also involve milk and Q-tips and food coloring.
What's
and
with
then
the
Gigi
Q-tips?
would look at it and be like,
I go through so many Q-tips and it's not for the uses of Q-tips.
These are not going in my ears. Where are they going?
Man,
oh, that is so funny. So funny. Oh, man. I'm just thinking about like all the like messy play that like I see on the internet and I'm like, no, I don't know.
Hard pass.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, hard pass. But it's funny because I've figured it out too. Like it's really hard to allow the mess when you're like dying. Like people don't give themselves credit for being in like survival mode with kids. And so it's like they beat themselves up for not wanting to do those kinds of things because it's fun for the kids. But it's like, I cannot physically handle the mess. It will kill me.
It's going to kill me much right now.
One more Q-tip.
And you know, even if you clean it up, like even if you manage to, there's going to be Q-tips that just keep appearing for months.
Yeah,
sure.
They just come out of the woodworks.
It's like Amanda's eyelashes from last episode.
That's exactly it.
The false eyelashes that just kept appearing. Why are these everywhere? We didn't even use them at home.
Literally. They end up everywhere.
But yeah, 100% the like taking note of where you're at mentally and emotionally and just physically, like give yourself permission to say, no, I'm not going to be that mom today. And I just stopped going on the internet and looking at these amazing quote unquote moms for the 1 minute reel where they're doing this amazing thing. Right. And then it's like, what does the rest of your life look like?
I want to see the behind the scenes. I want to see the before and after of that reel of you letting your kid do the messy sensory bullshit with like beans. You know, those beans get everywhere. They're everywhere. They don't vacuum up very easily. They don't broom very easily. Like they're just like beads for my kids' business. The beads. Oh my God, the beads are ever fucking gaga. But if I step on another like boy moms who complain about stepping on Legos, and that is painful because we've also gone through a Lego phase. Beads. So painful. And they like embed your bed into your skin. It's like stuck there. It's horrible.
But it's like also like it's for my sanity. So do you want me to not be crazy, or do you want me to do the fun sensory activity and yell at you through the whole thing?
Yell at you through the whole thing? Exactly.
Right?
No. Keep it here. It's not supposed to go here. It's not supposed to go here. It's here. You see the container. Keep it in the container.
That's always how my experiences have been, like doing messy things with the kids. Yes. And then I always felt so bad because I'm like, this is not what this is supposed to be about. Why can't I just let go? Just let them make a mess and then clean it up when it's done. But it's really hard to let that go because you spend your whole fucking day cleaning up. And it's just exhausting to like.
And then the actual activity is 20 minutes, if that.
Oh, I was going to say 22 minutes. You get that much?
If that.
Yeah.
It's like 5 or 10 minutes of fun. Fuck those things that are like, this minutes. Kept my kid entertained for an hour. No, it didn't.
Yes.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I've never, as they've gotten older and as so like, I was definitely like what you were talking about earlier, where it was just like, I can't do that. Like I can't, I just cannot. But like, I got to that point where, and I've gotten to that point now where I am able to kind of just let it go. I've figured out like what I need to do mentally to let it go. Right. And like, I literally like, they'll play. I have a little play area right over there that has a janky carpet that they can sit on and do their Play-Doh or whatever. And then most of the messy stuff I do out's like the big messy stuff, but I'll let them play Play-Doh over there. And I'm always like, why is there Play-Doh embedded into the grout? Like I was literally right here, but I've gotten to the point where it's like, I actually got to hang out and just be alone in my house for a minute. So like that was where I found my balance. It's like, okay, we've got it set up enough to where they can make their mess. Their Barbies are covered in Play-Doh. I don't know why Barbie has Play-Doh barrettes now.
Oh God.
We're just going to go. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh God.
But like, I had to find that like happy, and I literally do it like once every 2 weeks. Like they can play Play-Doh once every 2 weeks.
Not an everyday thing.
And it's definitely not every day. Like I do not pull out messy activities every day. I don't do much of anything every single day because it's just like, if I were to buy into what the Instagram, like mom fluencers or whatever they're called, if I were to buy into that, I think that's a word. Isn't that what they call them?
I've never heard of that, but it's hilarious. Mom
I'm going to call it that. It's a mom fluencer. Maybe I just made that up just now. I don't know. But I don't think I'm that clever, but maybe. But like, if I were to buy into the things I'm seeing on Instagram, then I would hate my life. Like, ultimately, I would hate my life because I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing these things, right? And it's like, no, you're not you are one person. You're not a daycare provider. You don't have like that time when like at the end of the day when the kids all leave the daycare to clean everything up, like,
and you're not getting paid. Like it's different if someone's paying you to do it, you know. It's enough of a motivator to be like, okay, I can do this again. I can do this again. You're not getting fucking paid for this shit as a mom. And you know, to your point, Samantha, it's like you don't have that chance at the end of the day where all the kids are gone and you have to for you to reset the environment, and you don't live in the environment. You don't live there. It's not like your space. Thing too.
Yeah. Right. The daycare providers get to go home. The people who create these very amazing. Like, I love the opportunities and the things that the environments like that create, but like, I can't live in that, and I don't want to live in that. Right. Like the clean-ish toys, the ones that don't make like crazy messes, are still so much to deal with. It's like I'm not going to add this on top of myself. So it's like I gave myself permission. Like, once I figured out like this is awful, what am I doing to myself? It's like, oh, okay, let this go. Like, just let it go. And then when I really started looking, I was like, stop going on Instagram. Just stop.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday too. That was really the biggest game changer. Stop it.
Stop going on there. You just feel bad after you get off.
Anything where like you always feel worse about yourself afterwards, let's just say fuck it to that.
I need to shower after I go on Instagram to wash like all of my bad mom vibes off. Like,
right? If you have to like do a meditation to like reground yourself, just stop doing that.
Just stay off of there. It's okay. I give you permission, people. Stay off. It's okay. You're not getting anything good from there most of the time.
Unless it's our content.
No. Yes. That's why we do a podcast also, because then it's just in your ears.
Right.
Just these beautiful cackles in your ears.
Yes. Yeah. It is such a like as an entrepreneur and like someone who is choosing to use social media to try to like just gain exposure and grow her brand. It is a juxtaposition in my brain because it's just like, I hate social media, but also I'm using it as try to be a helpful tool. I don't know. It's weird to like balance
I'm right
that.
there with you.
Yeah. I think so. I was just thinking about it, but like one of the things I actually might end up doing is really unfollowing a lot of the channels that I was following because like it creates the like the feed, and so many of the things that I see in the feed are mom related. So if I just get rid of the mom stuff, and it's just like follow, like if I follow all funny dad stuff, I'm not going to feel bad about myself. And I'll get a laugh.
That is such a good tip because I stopped following like the make me feel bad, like perfect mom stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to like the real mom stuff, but all of that stuff is very sad.
It is. And it doesn't make me feel good either.
Yeah. It doesn't make me feel good either.
Right. I know.
So I think after I get off of here, I'm going on Instagram and I'm following all funny dads.
Dad stuff. Okay. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my stuff. It's just like funny mom stuff.
And your stuff. I'll keep your, like, I like your stuff. Your stuff cracks me up when I see like, what was it the other day? The kitchen. The pile.
It happened in a day. I was like, what the fuck?
The pile of dishes. I was like, oh good. It's not just me.
And only half of my children were home too. That was because the older two were at a babysitting thing. And I was like, how the fucking shit did this happen in a day when half of them are gone still? Like, I don't understand.
That was the science experiment.
Oh God.
She got bored and she needed to do some science.
Yeah. And my 9-year-old has been doing a lot of baking. She baked a batch of chocolate chip cookies this week, and she baked a cake. And her cake actually turned out really good. I was like, Laurelyn, this is like a legit cake. Good job. But she's not like the cleanest baker. So baking in general is just messy. Right. So we're working together to get better about cleaning up the whole mess, not just the first layer of mess. It's like there's flour and butter crusted onto the electrical cord of the mixer, and it's all over the mixer. You gotta wipe down the mixer. You can't just leave it dusted like it got snowed on. Like, gotta wipe it down. Just like, but why? It'll just get covered again.
She's just like, why?
It's just going to get covered again. So think about that for a second. Like, imagine how thick that covering is going to get.
Yeah.
By the time you finish baking through your entire life and never cleaned it up.
Gross.
Like, just think about that for a second.
Yeah. Plus, I have cute decals on my mixer. I'm a Doctor Who fan, so I have a TARDIS blue mixer, nice. And I have all these Doctor Who decals on it. I can't see the decals. They're coated in flour. Oh. We're going to wipe them off because I like seeing my Doctor Who mixer.
It's just do it, okay?
Yeah, that's just what it boils down to. And I never wanted to be a just do it mom, but sometimes it's the only way. Like I always find myself like they just push and they push and they push. And there's a part of my brain that's like, this is really going to serve them as, you know, strong, independent women. But right now, this sucks. Just fucking do it.
It sucks. Like if you would just listen to me, I wouldn't have to nag you 5 times.
Right. And I'll even like explain, but they don't like the explanation. And so then there's still, I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to negotiate with you. This is me trying to like be a good parent and explain. I'm not here for like this back and forth. Just, you're going to just do it now.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where I've started explaining it this way. Sometimes you just need to do what mommy says.
Yeah.
And that's all I say. And then I just like, we're doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to do what I say. I know you don't understand why, but sometimes just do it. We can talk about it later.
Or never. Right. I'm over talking it.
Never.
I'm over talking about it.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, definitely I'm on board with never. Because
again, I did enter this like trying to explain, trying to like be understanding. I already tried that. Like I'm done talking.
I'm done talking. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when you're 25 and your brain is fully formed.
Yes.
all those things that you just didn't want to do and I told you to do it anyway and knock it off and just hush already and do it. We'll talk about those when you're 25 and your brain works the right way.
Your brain works the right way.
It never works right, people, I promise.
But when it's like, you know, quote unquote done developing.
Yeah. When it's done doing its thing of growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
My God, what are they doing in the background?
One is in the bathroom taking a poop and the other one is singing to her.
That's amazing.
You can't even make this shit.
This is my life.
Yep.
And I chose it.
Yep, we chose it. Can't complain about it.
Can't complain about it.
I actually think I'm going to use that and like own it from now on. Like I chose this.
Yeah.
But like in a way that because it makes me laugh when I actually like, I think that's one of the biggest things that helps me is that I look for the humor in things now versus like telling myself how much it sucks and it just sucks, blah, 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 it sucks. Yes, it sucks. But what's funny about how it sucks right now?
What's funny about how it sucks?
Like you're getting serenaded.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you guys got a laugh out of that. Like, it's really loud for me and I didn't know how much you guys could hear. But like, now it's just her singing to herself.
Lordy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have a fun fuck it story for you guys from this week.
Awesome.
My daughter has cut her hair for the second time.
Is it in the front?
It is pretty. And she's got a mullet.
Nice.
Now. Yeah. It's like shoulder length hair.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and it all goes down her back because her hair is like mid back.
Uh-huh.
Really long. And she cut it the first time a couple of weeks ago. And I had that conscious parent moment where I was like, I'm not going to traumatize her about this. I'm not going to make it a thing. We're just going to we're just going to make this not a thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell her that she can't do it, but I'm not going to punish her. I'm not going to do the thing. Like I was like, it honestly didn't look terrible. So we were like, okay, cool. Dodged a bullet. We were doing our taxes. So we just like didn't hear her for a little bit. And then I was like, she's quiet. Something's going on. Found her in the bathroom. Whatever. Like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to embarrass her. I'm not going to traumatize her. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to talk about it to other people or, you know, like there is this whole moment of like, I'm going to approach this from a very conscious way and not make it a thing.
Yeah.
And my hairstylist came to my house this past weekend and I told her, I was like, Gigi, do you want her to like, just check your hair, make sure it's all even from when you cut it. So it looks really nice. You know, she can fix your hair. And she was all for it. She was like, yeah, mommy, that'd be great. I was like, okay, cool. Lady cuts her hair, leaves. The next morning, she cuts her hair again.
What the fuck? Why? Why?
My husband and I decided to sleep in a little bit. We're like, okay, now we're getting to that point now that the kids are going to die if they're watching TV on a Saturday morning for an hour by themselves. And in that hour, she has cut her hair for a second time after I spent money to get it fixed.
If that isn't a big fuck you, Mom, I don't know what is.
I lost my shit on her. Like, there was no conscious parenting at that point, and I was so mad.
All consciousness flew out the window.
Everything. I just saw red, and I yelled at her in Spanish, which is way worse.
Yes, when Mom flips into Spanish, you're fucked.
And I found her on the floor, and I was like, you did this! You cut your hair again? I was like, this was you! And she was like, no, it wasn't. And I was like, yes, it was! This is your hair! Like, don't lie to me! And I looked in the trash. It was so much hair that she had cut. Like, she had cut so much hair.
At least she got it in the trash. My kids struggle with that. They struggle with
that. That was my thought. Exactly. I was like, hey, some of it went in the trash.
And it's so funny because I had this total moment of like, I tried so hard not to yell at you about this the first time. Like, you did it again, and here we are. Here I am yelling at you and traumatizing you.
See, there is good things from trauma. She's not going to do it again.
I was just like,
there's a time and a place to traumatize your children.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? Like, let's just caveat that as like, we're not really being serious. But I was just like, fuck this kid. Like, are you kidding me right now? I had someone come and fix your hair the day before. The day before.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The next morning, you cut it yourself. And it looks awful. Like, this was definitely one of those where, like, she just overdid it. The first time, I know we got lucky. And she did cut bangs, but she definitely cut all of the hair that was long in the front. She cut it so it's shoulder length. And then all of the hair in the back is still long. It's just
leave it.
It's just, oh yeah, I'm going to leave it. What am I going to do? You know, that baby hair does not grow fast, but I just carried it all day. I was so mad at her all day, and things simmered down. And at night I finally like noticed I was in the right energy to talk about it. And I asked her, I was like, why'd you cut your hair? And she was like, I'm sorry. She immediately was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, no. You don't have to say I'm sorry. I'm really curious. Why did you do it? And she was like, Mommy, because it's fun. Like, the scissors cutting hair is fun. Like, it's like the sensory experience of scissors cutting hair is actually enjoyable. And I think because she had experienced that the day before, because her hair was cut the day before, she was like, that was fun. That's right. That's a fun experience. What if I did it again?
Yeah.
So it didn't come from this place of like, fuck you, Mom, I'm going to cut my hair. Right. It was from this place of like, this is fun. I'm going to cut it.
Yeah.
It's a fun. And I was like, okay, baby, maybe we just like have your Barbies. Like, she has one Barbie. I was like, that Barbie that you wanted to give away, why don't we keep it and you can cut her hair? And she was like, oh, yes, Mommy, that would be great.
Yeah, I was just going to say, go to Goodwill and get some junk Barbies and let her cut their hair.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, baby girl, let's do that. And she got so excited that I knew what she was telling me was the truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, fuck that shit. Fuck that. I was so mad. And I was so mad that I tried not to be mad the first time and be in that situation again. Too, like, the whole experience was just like, I was so mad at her. I was so mad at her. Couldn't hide it. Didn't want to talk to her all day. Like, I was just like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm curious, with that first reaction, I might have missed it just because my kids were doing things and I had to stop them. But with the first reaction, like, were you super calm and didn't
Didn't
Did
make
you
a thing
like
out of
address it at all?
Didn't correct her. Like, we addressed it, but we did it from a positive place. We were like, "Oh, you look like did you do something different? Like, it looks like you cut your hair. Like, we don't cut our hair, but you look super cute. We're gonna put the scissors away now." Like, we were just very non-critical about the situation in an effort not to be traumatized, literally not to traumatize her. And then the second time I was like, "I'm out." Like, I tell my husband sometimes, I'm like, "I'm out, I'm tapping out, your turn." Like, I couldn't even look at her. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Did it again after, like, it wasn't even like a week after or a month after the haircut. Like, she had gotten the haircut the day before. She ruined the haircut that I paid for too.
I know, but like you were saying, like, you after talking to her realized like her brain wasn't working, like it wasn't thinking about that. It wasn't thinking like, Mom just paid for this professional haircut. I shouldn't mess it up. Like, her brain was just like, that was fun. Let's do it again. I want to do more fun things.
Yeah.
And I think that's such an important thing. So there's two things that I wanted to like think about here. It was like that concept of like, most people aren't thinking about hurting other people with their decision making.
Right.
They're thinking about like, how is this going to make me feel better? So in that case, it's like kids are doing the same thing. They're thinking about like, how is this awesome? And why do I want to do it? And I'm not thinking about anybody else. So I think it's really important to pay attention for that in the things that we're seeing in the kids' behavior. It's never about anybody else. It's about what they're experiencing for themselves and what they want to experience. And then the other thing is like, we're gonna blow up. It's gonna happen. Like, no matter how much like mental work you do, know how much emotional work you do, like, it's just gonna happen. And more importantly than being the non-traumatizing parent, the one who makes the mistakes and blows up at the kids, is the one who also willingly goes in there when we've regulated ourselves to repair the relationship. So I love that you were able to do that with her and come to like a beautiful solution with the Barbie hairs. Like, I'm gonna steal that one, because mine the other day was like, "Oh, I'm going to go get some scissors and I'm going to go do something with my," and I said, "What?" I was so glad that she announced it before she did. I said, no, we're not. No. Let's not do that. But yeah, like, I love that idea and I'm totally stealing it. So I'm really glad that your daughter chopped her hair off, because now I have a really fun activity.
To use it. But I have these moments where I was like, "Oh, I did a bad thing." And then I was like, "Oh, I actually did such a good thing coming out of it." But like, I did make sure that they saw that I was angry, and that they saw me sit outside to breathe so that I could like process my anger.
Yeah.
They saw that I needed a break. Like, I still found it to be a purposeful experience in that sense. And I did make sure to repair afterwards. But I told her, I was like, I was so mad. I was so mad that you did this. But I was also really just mad that, like, I was trying to avoid being mad the first time. And here I was again.
And I think that's an important thing too, is because like, we don't want our kids to see us mad. And it's like, I think it's important for them to, cause like, bottling it up ends up being worse at the end of the day, like some version of bottled up. And the other thing is like, you're not going to go through life not feeling anger and not feeling disappointment, not feeling frustration. Like, that's not what life looks like. So like, when I was trying to hide these things from my kids, it just made me worse.
Yep.
And then, no, I cannot help you with that tube right now. He wants me to blow up a tube, even though we're not at the pool. But like, like teaching them, like, yes, you're going to blow up at people. Yes, you're going to make those mistakes, yell at them and impact the relationship. But like, when you're willing to like, okay, I figured out what I was so mad at, and I don't like what I was mad at, and I want to fix our relationship and apologize, and like being willing to own up to like that, like, yes, I was so mad and I didn't react the best in that moment. I'm sorry for reacting that way, but here's what I was mad at. Like, once you actually go through that process and, like, and understand what you're truly mad at, and being able to share that. Cause like, one of the things I do with my daughter almost every night, because almost every night almost every day I get to the point where I'm losing it to some capacity. I always end the night with her right before we go to bed. It's like, mommy lost her patience here today. This is what you were doing that caused it. So let's both try and be better tomorrow. And I just do that as like part of our closing routine for the day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's important too, because I think it shows that like how, because that goes to, I feel like we talked about this a while back, like this idea of like, they don't know how to manage their emotions until you show them how to manage their emotions.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it is managing your own emotions.
Yep. And letting them see it.
Managing your own, right. Like managing your emotions doesn't mean not letting them see it. It's letting them actually see, oh, that's mad.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. In order to showcase managing your emotions, you have to first have the emotion.
Yeah.
You have to let them see you have the emotion. I think there's so much value in letting your kids seeing you get angry, because that's when they know that they've crossed a line. That's when they know like, oh, there's a boundary here. That's the first signal of like, oh, I stepped over something I shouldn't have stepped over. Like anger absolutely has a point and a purpose in all relationships. And also I think it's really important as moms to let our daughters see us get angry, because women are socialized to, like, we're not allowed to get angry. It's a very masculine only. Well, anger is pretty much the only feeling men are allowed to express, which is unhealthy for them. But then on our side, on our end of the spectrum, like, we're not allowed to be angry. Then we're bitchy. We're too assertive. We're, just like not attractive. Emotional. We're all of these negative things. And so I think it's really powerful actually to allow your daughters to see you get angry and also, come back and repair and talk it out and all of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that, because like there's so much of my emotional processing. I didn't really learn it as a kid. And,
or as an adult, let's be real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
it
carried over into adulthood. And like I said, like I got really, really good at just like, you get out of here, emotions. I don't need you. Go away. So like when I really, really started feeling them and like seeing how bad I was at it, it's just like, oh man, this is not good. I don't want this to be the continuing trend in my life where I'm hiding from my emotions or trying to push them down, because it's making me an a-hole.
Right.
I am an a-hole right now. I need to stop.
Yeah.
And then once I really processed a lot of these things and just looked at what it was doing, not even processed, like I didn't go back into like the depths of my childhood and process the things that caused it. Like I don't need to do that. I just need to know what I'm doing right now. And then stop doing that. Like, what is this doing? What is it causing for me? Do I like it? No. Okay.
How is it affecting you now?
Yeah. Like, I don't like how it's affecting me now. So let's just find a better way. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right away. But there's a way to be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so like when I started looking at it from that way and just realizing like, yeah, the emotions, they're uncomfortable, but I can experience the discomfort of an emotion if it means that I'm not turning into an a-hole all the time. Right. I don't want to be this a-hole anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and feel this emotion real quick.
For sure.
And probably yell at my kid in the process. And then I'll, say sorry later and give her a big hug and repair the relationship. But relationships are never perfect, especially if we're not willing to express our emotions. And I think it's doubly true when it comes to that relationship with our kids. If we're not giving ourselves the okay to express the emotions we're feeling, being willing to teach them how to repair the relationship. Like this, totally. I sucked at this today. I am so sorry for sucking at this today. I will do better tomorrow. And realizing like that's all relationships are a lot of the time is breaking it and repairing it, breaking it and repairing it. There's no perfect relationship.
No, there's not a problem in the breaking is basically the point. No. The moral of the story is like, stop seeing the breaking as a problem. It's a necessary part of the cycle.
Yeah. And when you're willing to admit what you broke and own it and then go and teach them, like, it's okay. Like we're all failed humans. Like we do these things not because we mean to, it just happens. Sometimes it just happens. And when you're looking at it from that perspective and going in there and saying, hey, this is not ideal. I don't want to do this like this anymore. So let's try and be better tomorrow. And that's that. Both of us, like me and you. We try to be better tomorrow. I love you so much. And I'm sorry that today didn't go as well as we would have liked.
Exactly.
The relationship is working on being repaired. She can be a little bit hurt still, but then, we start the whole process over again tomorrow. Same with same with friends, same with husbands. Like the relationships, they get broken and then you have to repair them. They get broken and then you repair them. And I think that's something I never saw as a kid, was just that repair process of what that looks like.
I didn't either.
And I think that's the biggest thing and the biggest lesson I learned is in becoming a parent is just like, it's okay to say sorry and own up where you messed up.
Yeah.
Even if you can't fully understand where you messed up, like half the time, I don't know what is how I hurt her feelings or his feelings. I'm like, like half the time I'm not 100% sure, but like, I know that I didn't like how I showed up and I know that I love her enough to own that.
Yes. Yep.
And I love him too, but she's the one who triggers me the most.
Listen, let's be real. Same.
She's the one who ends up under my skin. Yeah. Like when it comes to like the under the skin behaviors, it comes a lot in the relationship I have with her. And I know that, and like having that understanding, like, okay, this is where I get triggered. And like, this is where I don't show up how I like, and it doesn't make me mean I don't love her. And I don't, want to teach her how to be a full-on human, unlike I learned. At least I'm going in there and saying, hey, I sucked at this today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the best is when you have those moments where they feed it back to you in such a positive way. You're like, oh my God. Yay!
It's like those when those moments do happen, because they're starting to happen for me and her, and I think for me and her too, with like the triggering of she's my oldest, so it's like she's my my learning curve. If you will. Like, bless her heart, she is my learning curve. Like, oh man, I see so many of the areas that I could see as my weaknesses, or I could see as like my areas where I can teach her. And that's kind of where I've shifted my mindset when it comes to a lot of that is like, so I'll say F it to not feeling your emotions as a mom.
Yes.
Like, F that. I'm going to feel my emotions and I'm going to suck at it.
Yes.
And I'm also going to be willing to repair the relationship when I do suck at it.
I'm going to let it get messy and let it be okay that it got broken, because I'm going to go back and repair, and I'm teaching them good lessons and also growing as a human myself.
Yes. 100%.
Yes to that.
Yeah.
Yes to all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Awesome stuff. As always. Because we're amazing.
Yes. And then I'll just, I'll say my last piece for the episode, I guess, is I'll say F it to, potty training taking so dang long.
Oh my God. Potty training is the actual worst.
You that.
Is the actual worst.
I'm like, okay, here's the thing. It's going to be 6 months. Don't let anybody tell you
it's longer sometimes.
Yeah, longer sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why am I still on this potty training journey?
You're like, I'm so done.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's the actual worst. And I don't understand why it takes so long for it to click, because you'd think that it would bother them to be messy. I don't understand. It's the worst. I cried a lot every time.
Yeah. I'm just tired of cleaning out the potty and getting five. What? Sometimes more, but 5 is pretty much the average of peed in undies. Eddie, where are your undies? Oh, they're wet. I'm letting them dry.
At least he took them off.
Yes, I guess. But,
but then it's where did you take them off? Where are they drying? Where are they right now?
I have gotten it. It's like, where'd you take them off? You need to put them in the hamper. So we're working on that. But yeah, just like that's been the for a while there's, Eddie, where'd your undies go? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah. Yep. For me, my last fuck it of the episode is going to be kids eating in their bedroom, even though they fucking goddamn well know that they're not supposed to eat in their goddamn bedroom because we've already had ants and now we have ants again in the bedroom that I have to vacuum when we're done here because they were eating in their fucking bedroom again. And I'm like, how many times do ants need to invade your bedroom before you stop?
I just leave it. I'd be like,
yeah, you live with ants now.
I would. It's not my space.
Put your little ant barricade right by their door. This is your problem now. Enjoy.
My God. And my kids, like, they decided, like, fuck the bunk beds. They put their mattresses on the floor. It's like a very, like, hippie space that we've got going on down there. So, like, the mattresses are on the floor.
Oh, my gosh.
Ants.
Yeah.
Let them.
Are they biting? Are they stinging ants?
I don't think so. I think there's regular ants.
Darn. There's little sugar ants. I mean, because that would really like, oh, Mom, this really sucks. Yep. Can you help us? No, I will not. You will fix it.
I did it the first time. Now it's on you.
You get a pass. I'll help you the first time.
The first time it happens, that's on me. I chose it.
God damn it, Samantha.
I figured it'd be the best way to end it, right?
I did not choose ants in the house.
Yes, you did when you had those 4 girls who don't listen to not eating in the bedroom and who are living their hippy-dippy life on the floor. You chose it.
Apparently I did.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's going to be my new phrase from now on. You chose it, Samantha. You're right. I did. And that's how the conversation with myself is going to go.
Yes, every time.
Out loud, just like that.
Yep.
And my daughter's going to be like, who are you talking to, Mom? Just me.
Just me. Just here talking to myself.
Yep. Oh, gosh. I love
Happy
it.
fucking
So that's
Friday,
right,
man.
moms. Everybody who's listening, you chose this. Just deal with it.
What a horrible message to end on. It goes against all of our business core values.
Oh, it does. It does. But it's my new favorite message. I'm taking it for the month and I'm owning it. Until our next FIM Friday, I'm choosing it.
And we invite you to choose it too.
Yes, we do.
Are you living your one wild life to the fullest? You're not? Why the fuck not? What are you waiting for? The time to live is now, mama. Do not wait until your youngest is in college. Let your dreams hire me for an hour so I can explain how I can help you achieve any goal in your life. You've put yourself off long enough. It's time to pour into you. The link to schedule your 60-minute complimentary consultation is in my show notes. Join the community of Fuck It Moms by following me on Instagram and Facebook at Fuck It Mothering. That's fuck without the U. So FCK It Mothering. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss your weekly encouragement. And please rate, review, comment, and share. All of these things help with the algorithms, so that way when other overwhelmed moms are looking for encouragement, they can find me. Every month, I give away one of my favorite books and a Starbucks card to a lucky winner. All you have to do to enter is write a review or tag me in social media when you share an episode. See you next Sunday, gorgeous.